Deep in my thoughts when I didn't have it, sleeping on now.
Keon Ellis, Blazer center DeAndre Ayton, and you never know who you might run into next.
Notice that NBA logo? That's a real player you could be hooping with or against. You might see logos for musicians, other professional athletes, community members, content creators, and celebrities.
So be ready to jump on that Got Next space because you might have a story to tell sometime soon. Joining us today for our wrap party is King Jordan and Power DF. We are so excited to have you two on the show. Joining Chris Manning, we're gonna go 3v3 in Proving Grounds, try to get that W to celebrate the end of the season for 2K.
We are gonna get that W to celebrate the end of the season.
For 2K TV. King Jordan, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's great running with Power DF and LD2K, and it's great to be back on 2K TV. Thank you for having me.
Power DF, what's going on?
I'm good. I'm excited. I almost thought you guys weren't going to bring me back. I thought it was a joke last time, but I'm ready to get in here. We're going to win. We're going to win, right, Jordan?
Definitely. We're going to win. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Now, real quick before we jump into Proving Grounds and take on some of the best competition out there, Power, what build are you running with today?
I'm running with an upgraded version of my Stretch 3-level scoring threat. It has an 89, almost 93 pointer. It has 90 standing dunk still, so I can dunk. I'm going to be able to shoot. And we still got the defense, and we got almost 90 speed. So I'm fast, shoot, dunk. We're going to put up a scoring clinic out here, man.
Today I'm running with a 214, 6'10 wingspan demigod build. It's a two-way diamond, 3-level threat.
For anything. And never get it twisted when I'm in the booth. You already know I'ma speak my truth. I'ma share my pain. I'ma share my story. You can walk the way with me through the glory. God be the glory.
Hey man, everybody stand up if you ever had your back against the wall and had to fight back. It's your anthem. My view from the top of the moon, I can see the whole world sitting in my hand, a maze of views. We finna break the rules, and we gon' make them too. I can't fall asleep, I gotta stand tall, that's what a leader do. Follow me, I'm leading you. Hey, we finna turn up, crank up the heat in here, they finna burn up. Told them I'm coming, I'm here, tell them they time up. I said it once, I'ma say it again, this here be my year. I ain't gon' show no fear, I know that I'm built to equip for what God want me to do. I'm number one out the two, it don't know way I'ma lose. I hate to struggle, but it made me harder. I made it far, but I wanna go farther. This not for me, this for my son and my daughter, my family tree and their daughter. I'm the chosen one, I'm wearing that jacket. I was down, now I'm up, now I was the underdog, now look who be laughing. I'm better than you guys, yeah. The champions, the champions. Hey, we gon' bow, never fall, the champions, the champions, the champions. Hey, we gon' bow, never fall, I put my head up and told them crown me. My ring finger got a rock on it, rock on it. I put my head up and told them crown me. My ring finger got a rock on it, rock on it, rock on it. Do dirt on my neck, try to bury me. Do side on me like that was seasoning. Now this my season. Weathered every storm that was in my way, but promise you it wasn't easy. Took some patience and grieving. I was believing when no one believed me. I was believing when no one believed me. Now they gotta see me from the nosebleed or the front row. I don't care what see. Dreams to reality, I'm too real for reality TV. Remember I was poor, now I'm writing this song from a balcony. Told them watch out for me, but they ain't see me coming at it. On that road, feel like keep pushing even though we don't feel right. Blood, sweat,
Hi everyone, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. Welcome to Brooklyn, New York. The Nets playing host at Barclays Center as they look for a win at home. And the Spurs start out with the ball. Outside, Fox. Pass to Castle. Now Vassell. 6 on the shot clock. Over Williams. Bounces high off the rim and drops. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now here's Johnson. Russell from long range. Vassell grabs the board. Here's San Antonio. Takes a 3. To the wing on the left. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Drills the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside, Russell. From deep, Johnson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Mano a mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
And one of the quickest players in basketball. Love watching Fox use that momentum to his advantage on the drive.
And it's Russell in the corner. Outside Thomas. Back to Johnson. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively. And what makes Castle so difficult to guard is that he keeps defenders off balance with this constant change of pace.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
Size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
And San Antonio has possession following the bucket by the Nets. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Outside, Russell. Shoots over Fox. Kicks it out to Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talents, and you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, DA. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is one of one. Hey, thank you for the report. And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery, stand, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. A franchise changer, it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise around. Multi-skilled at his size. This guy's going to be a fixture in this league for a long time.
Here's Claxton. Hasn't made one yet. Puts up a deep 3. Cameron Johnson, and that's good.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Here's Castle. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Here's Russell. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Russell. Lets it go with a three. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Outside, Fox. And the rejection by Claxton. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Both teams will make substitutions.
Let's hear it for all our dancers, even the non-dancers.
1:03 left to play in the first quarter. In the corner, Sohan with it. Pass to Paul. There's the three. The rebound by Watford. Nets trailed by 3. Here's Wilson. And that one is off. And it's Paul with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. And Johnson with the stuff.
Taking the gloves off. You like how Johnson attacks the rim once he's there.
Johnson with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Outside, Martin. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. And it's Sharp missing.
Wilson. First personal foul. Third team foul.
6 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Out to the right wing. No good on the triple. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Spurs lead by 5. Let's
17.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Back to Johnson. It's stolen. And the Spurs pushing it up now. A nice shot by Sohan.
Reason number 1, CP3 is out there making strong passes, keeping the offense flowing.
Johnson right side. Sharp. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First team.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
To the paint. And Fox has it in the corner. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 14. A rebound by Johnson.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Paul with the ball. Still scoreless. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Basket good.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Here's Paul. Kicks it out to Johnson. And Keon Johnson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Spurs substitution. Harrison Barnes. Castle.
And here is Fox. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Castle. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Castle's got 5 now.
Something Castle continues to work on. It's crucial that he becomes more consistent from deep.
And the basket by Johnson.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And Keon Johnson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Team seconds. Substitutions.
Johnson outside. Pass to Barnes. Three-pointer, Fox. Brooklyn with the rebound. Thomas, it's a wide open look. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. He's got 5. It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism, but there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart.
Nobody near Barnes. Cans it from downtown. Barnes has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Johnson outside. And the Nets, another 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Back to Fox. Johnson with the rebound. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
There, DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Spurs trail by 5. Paul surveying the floor. And here's Barnes for 3. And here are the Nets. They're on an 18-6 run. Barnes grabs the miss. And here are the Spurs. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Pass to Thomas. Clock at 6. Here's Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Johnson can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And here we go with Thomas. Nobody back. Oh, and the jam by Thomas.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Here's Castle. Buries the long-range jumper. Castle's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, that jump shot has been the biggest question mark to Castle, so it's good to see him shooting with confidence.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Pass to Vassell. Back to Paul. Barnes outside. And it's Vassell in the corner. From 17 feet out. Barnes can't get it to go. Now here's Thomas. Kicks it out to Johnson. Over in the corner, Williams gets the three-pointer to fall. And now a 9-point Nets lead.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Brooklyn ahead. They're up by 9. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Brooklyn leading by 9. Now here is Martin. No scoring in this one. To the inside. And slam dunk by Watford.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Here's Fox. The shot's good. Fox has got 5 now.
And that's where De'Aaron Fox thrives. He wants to get inside and finish at the rim.
Martin attacking. Offensive rebound. Pass to Wilson. Back to Watford. From past the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Watford's got the lead up to 12 now for Brooklyn.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar. Incredible reverse throwdown, excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Vassell outside. And the shot is good. He's got 7.
No, not shy about bringing it inside. Vassell is comfortable around the hoop.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. They get it back. Outside for Martin. Shot clock at 6. Driving inside. Here's Watford. Rebounded by the Spurs. Now Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Boy, Fox is so quick off the floor.
Watford with it. 7 points in the game. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
A pass to Fox. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Wembanyama, a screen. And it's Fox with the jam.
You get the sense Fox just improving with each game in terms of his pick and roll play, figuring out his angles, knowing when to pull and when to try to split or turn the corner.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Vassell outside. Here's Fox. Pass to Castle. Spurs working the ball around now. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Spurs have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. And the technical free throw is good. And as a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, You travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part of it.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
Out left to the wing.
Last minute of play, third quarter.
For the tie. That shot off the mark. Johnson with the defensive effort. Russell looking around. They need this one. Nailed from three-point land. Russell's got 6.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable.
Pass to Castle. Drives to the hoop. And he dunks it down.
Castle's so good up and down the lane.
Here's Russell. Count that one. Russell's got 5 points now this quarter.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
.58 seconds left here in the third quarter. And stolen by Russell. Johnson outside. Back to Russell. Johnson outside. Beyond the arc. Rebound San Antonio.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Pass to Claxton. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Johnson the screen. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Here's Wembanyama. He doesn't hit that one.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Nets lead by 8. And will return shortly. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Spurs trailed by 8. And here is Paul. To the middle. Kicks it out to Johnson. From outside, off the mark. Up top, Watford. Martin for 3. A putback. The rebound by Champagnie. Here's Fox. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
Sinks the triple. Martin's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And I really love Fox's game. And he's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity. And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
Martin with the bucket.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, He doesn't need much space anyway, but that one was too easy.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Brooklyn?
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. Off target from the wing. Over to the wing. Barnes outside. Fox deciding where to go with it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And we talk about Fox's speed, but he also has length. He's a factor there in the paint.
You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
His third personal foul. 14th foul. Substitutions.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Barnes. Back to Fox. 6 to shoot. And it's Fox with the jam.
I think it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now, an exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
Spurs trail by 4. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
And Wembanyama gets it to go.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
Yeah, look, they've shown great resolve to work their way back into this one, but they're not done yet. They're going to have to grind it out.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. Now he's encouraging them to keep attacking in the paint. He said, when we get inside, we score. Simple as that. Keep attacking and don't settle for anything that's not at the rim. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Spurs passing it around. Nice shot by Wembanyama, no good. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Nets. Back to Johnson. A rebound by the Spurs. Fox with it. Picked up by Claxton. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
Fox hits them both. The Nets with the lead. Outside Thomas. Back to Russell. Pass to Johnson. Clock at 6. Thomas with the ball. The Nets need to get a shot off here. They get it again. With 1 on the clock. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Harrison Barnes picks one up. And that one misses. Spurs trail by 4. Here's Castle. Excellent D there from Williams.
Oops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his first foul. It's stolen by Wembanyama.
Excellent anticipation there to come away with the steal.
.133 left in the fourth quarter. Fox Fox with the jam.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them.
Screen by Claxton. And again, it's the Nets missing. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. It's Vassell on the wing. Pass to Barnes. Outside, Fox. Just 5 on the clock. Good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Back to Russell. Fires for 3. Vassell grabs the board. Here's Castle. Outside, Fox. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Now, here is Russell. Johnson outside. Three-pointer. Misses the 3. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Now Fox. Wembanyama outside. The kick out to Barnes. It's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Barnes has got the first points here in the overtime period for San Antonio. Johnson outside. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Spurs leading by 3. Fox with it. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. Barnes with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Shot clock at 6. Over to the left wing. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
Pressure moment for Castle.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. Brooklyn with the ball. Johnson outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 20 points.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest.
The kick out to Williams. Back to Russell. Johnson outside. Inside. And stolen by Vassell. Right side, Fox. Pass to Barnes. And here is Fox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Russell with the rebound. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Trailing by 2. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Take the lead. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Shot by Johnson, no good. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6. Timeout called, the Nets. They're trailing by 6. Is what you're saying.
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
Substitutions for your Nets.
And the Nets with possession here. They get it back. Outside for Thomas. Laces one from 3. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
Trying to figure out who I am, who I be. Talking to the weed. They say money talk, put diamonds in my teeth. I be Louis down with Jordans on my feet. Messed up in your yard like trick or treat. You better play your cards right, you better not ever reach. For this chain over here, I put you. Yeah, I ripped that 5, but I put you. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, 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 get some money. Yeah, I made some meals off my tours. Yeah, I made some meals off my merch too. I got yellow diamond Super Saiyan Goku. D only on Pro Tools. Old lame. I ain't got no juice. Oh, lame. I ain't got no motion. Flexing on these like I'm Hulk Hogan. Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Handle business. I'm on the industry and God is my witness.